Hey girlfriends, it's _sincerely Asia and I'm back at it again with another video. This video is going to be the part 1 of my microblading experience. I am Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 9 days post-op. I think that I'm like 9 or 10 days post procedure. So I just wanted to come and give you guys a update. I've gotten a lot of questions, so I just wanted to give a nice little informative video on, my experience. So I'm gonna come in close so you guys can see my brows. They're not filled in. I did my makeup, but my brows are not filled in. I made sure to not even put concealer at the top so you guys could see exactly what they look like. So we're just gonna go ahead and hop right into it. While the video is going, I will be inserting clips of my entire procedure and everything that I'm talking about. I did vlog a good amount of the experience there, all the major parts. I definitely made sure to get in. Excuse my voice. I had a great time on vacation this weekend, and this is what I sound like. So hopping right in. What do you do before you go to the procedure? So there's nothing, like literally you do nothing. No waxing, no plucking, no tweezing. You leave your eyebrows alone for at least like a week and a half to 2 weeks before your procedure, and you can go with makeup on. I did go with makeup on, as you're going to be able to see in the clips that I'm going to show. I did go with makeup on and I later took it all off. You're going to sign the consent form. You're going to show them your customized brow look. Some people go in who have like never had brows and don't fill them in. They don't really have one, so the person doing your brows is able to just shape them however they want. But people who do their brows regularly like me, or anyone who already knows what shape they want to go for, this is the time when you're going to consult with the person performing your procedure and pretty much just talk to them, let them know this is the shape that I'm going for. Then they're going to start the process of measuring out your brows to make sure that they're even. That was the longest part. That was such a long process, measuring out my eyebrows, because we kept going back and forth. I knew what kind of look I wanted to go for, so I was really picky, but Tyler was very patient with me. Shout out to Tyler. All of her information is going to be down below, so if you're in the Tampa area, definitely go and check her out, because she did an amazing job. She was super patient with me figuring out where we're going with the brows, because my brows are very different on both sides. Like, you know how people say your eyebrows are sisters, are supposed to be cousins and not sisters? Mine aren't even related, honey. So we had to work a lot with this eyebrow over here because it has no kind of shape like the other one. So once you pick your brow shape, they're going to apply a numbing cream. You wait like 15 minutes with the numbing cream on, and then they start. I got the, what's it called? Hybrid, which is like mixing two things. So I got the hybrid, which is mixing shading and brow strokes. It was super pretty. The pictures, I'll attach pictures of girls that I saw who had it before, and I thought it was so natural looking and really pretty. Basically where they, I don't know, they're like making brow strokes. They're making like hair strokes, and then they go back after, like later on, and they shade in the spots, the empty spots behind the brow strokes, so it looks just like you have really nice natural filled in brows. Like, how long does it take? Like I said earlier, 2 hours, but I was super picky, so it took about 3.5, 4 hours. Also, you have to take into account that I was filming as well, so of course cameras cut off, and then like camera positioning, light positioning, all of that, so that probably added in some time. But typically they said on average it's about 2.5 to 2 hours. What can't you do, and for how long? So the downtime for this is none. You can pretty much go back into life afterwards, but there's certain things that you need to avoid. Direct sunlight. I bought really big glasses that covered my brows. All my friends were making fun of me, but that was like for the sun. You're also not supposed to sweat or get them wet. They're gonna give you an ointment that you put on for like itching. Now, real tea is that I did not follow these instructions. My eyebrows probably could have come out even better than they do now. They look beautiful, but they probably could have came out even better had I have followed the instructions completely. I could not stay out of the gym, y'all. I cannot. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a gym rat. I love to work out. Most of the time I'm doing at least 5 times a week, so I couldn't stay away from the gym. I just bought sweatbands, and I would just put them right over my brows so that sweat wasn't dripping down on my brows. And I probably went to the gym, like went and worked out like 3 days after my procedure. The only downside to that was I do think that contributed to them being so itchy. My brows were really itchy and you can't scratch them. They were super, super itchy. Another thing with the downtime is that they get super dark before they get light again. So the first, I want to say 4 or 5 days, my eyebrows literally looked like I had like shaded them in with a Sharpie. They were so dark, just like a tattoo where it goes on and then that, you know, it'll flake off. The super dark pigment on top will flake off with the healing process. So that's basically what happened. So for the first 4 or 5 days, my eyebrows were really dark, and then after that it just started flaking off like a scab, and went back to normal. But like I said, I did go to the gym. I was sweating, but I also sweat in general. Like, I'm just juicy. So I feel like I was sweating already, so I was like, I might as well. But I would not advise sweating because I do think that I lost quite a few hair strokes from the gym. All right, so what exactly is microblading? Before we go further into talking about it more, getting into pain and all that, I want to explain exactly what it is. In short, microblading is a semi-permanent procedure for eyebrows similar to tattooing that uses a specialized handheld tool to create the appearance of hair strokes. That's what I was talking about earlier. That's what I got, the appearance of hair strokes on the brow line. These hair strokes imitate real eyebrow hairs, creating the appearance of thicker, fuller brows. You can also follow up with shading. That's what I got. So now that we know exactly what it is, getting straight into the pain level, I would say the times that I did feel it, it was about 3, 4 on like a scale of 1 to 10. It was about a 3, 4. Tyler was very good about reapplying the numbing cream without me asking. So it was only like 1 or 2 times where I felt it wearing off. During the procedure, she actually, when she started and was doing the initial strokes, I legit fell asleep. I was knocked out. That's why there's only clips of the beginning of the procedure and not like a whole filmed process, because I was knocked out. So that's pretty much letting you know the pain level. I was able to fall asleep. When we got to the shading at the end, it did, you know, sting a little bit, but I think that's supposed to be the part that hurts the most, or that you can actually feel, because by that point your eyes are tender. So it's basically like when you get a tattoo and they go over to do the shading at the end, or they go back over to do color and all of that, that skin's already tender. So like, because the skin's already tender, it just adds a little bit of extra pressure to the procedure. But she did always make sure to go back and reapply the ointment. And if you're getting the procedure, don't be afraid to go back and ask them, hey, can you reapply? I'm starting to feel it. It's starting to tingle a little bit. The aftercare, basically Tyler gave me an ointment to put on and these cotton like towelettes to dab my eyebrows. I used them a lot when I was working out, to just like every 3-4 minutes I was dabbing my eyebrows, making sure to keep them as dry as possible, because it is considered an open wound, so you don't want to get like too much pus in it, too much bacteria. You don't want the scabbing to be too much. My scabbing was like very, very minimal. It was just little flakes of skin, but there are people who I've seen who get like actual little hard scabs. So there's that. And last but not least, the cost. It is between $200 and $500, and I think that it was worth it for me because the procedure in total lasts for about 18 to 24 months, so like a year and a half to 2 years. I would definitely recommend this procedure to anyone who wants, you know, natural looking eyebrows all the time. And it also, I want to add that it doesn't affect your hair. Someone asked me that as well. Does it affect my brow hair? No, my eyebrows didn't fall out. My eyebrows are, my regular eyebrow hair that I already had on there is still there. Them again. Like I said, these are my eyebrows with no product on them. So I think that's pretty much it. I will be doing a follow-up when I go to get my touch-up procedure in, I think I have like 4 more weeks before it's time for me to go get a touch-up, which is included. It'll be included in your, when you pay for it, the touch-up is included. Your first touch-up is included in your cost. So I'm gonna be definitely going to my touch-up and vlogging that to show you guys that. That will be part 2, so expect that in a few months. And until next time, I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to DM me, to write me under this post, and make sure you like, comment, and don't forget to be subscribed, because I know y'all are enjoying all these videos we're knocking out every week. 3 videos a week. Come on. It's better than your favorite show. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.